Let's begin with Snowpark Optimized Virtual Warehouse. It is not must to have Snowpark Optimized Virtual Warehouse to your Snowpark workload. Your Snowpark program can run on a standard virtual warehouse too. However, if you want to run a machine learning workload that is written using Snowpark and memory intensive, you can choose Snowpark Optimized Compute. The Snowpark Compute start with a medium size and the cost 6 credit per hour. For 6x large, it costs 768 credit per hour. So this is 50% more expensive, and hence it is important for you to know when you and your team start using Snowpark Optimized Compute, and unless otherwise it is really required, avoid using Snowpark Optimized Compute. We have already created a Snowpark Optimized Virtual Warehouse. Now let me quickly show how does it look like in our web UI screen. So I'm back to my warehouse creation screen. If you look into this type option, I can click on this type dropdown, and here I can find two options: standard virtual warehouse or Snowpark Optimized Virtual Warehouse. And it clearly says Snowpark Optimized Warehouse offers a large memory and cache. They are often used for memory intensive operations. And if this is not your requirement, you don't need to use Snowpark Optimized Virtual Warehouses. Prefer to use standard virtual warehouse. However, we have a catch here. If you have given your end user a privilege to create virtual warehouses, you cannot stop them creating standard or Snowpark optimized or multi-cluster virtual warehouses. And that's why make sure you review the privileges of all the users and create warehouse grants only to those roles and users who understand the cost implication in Snowflake. I hope you got something valuable from this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Thanks for watching.